Hello, everyone. Pasensya, sorry.
Buhay Online, Chikahan at Kaalamang Pangkabuhayan. Ating tunghayan, pakinggan at tuklasin ang mga pangyayari at kaganapan sa mundo ng online. Buhay Online, Chikahan at Kaalamang Pangkabuhayan. Alamin ang pinaka-latest trends mula sa trabaho at kung hanggang saan na ang narating ng teknolohiyang ito. At ngayon, narito na ang ating host, ang ating Techie Mommy, si J.C. Bautista.
Hello, magandang almost tanghali to everyone. Na-late na naman ako kasi technical difficulties a little bit. I had to restart my computer because nag-freeze yung aking I guess I have too many applications open or many tabs. But anyway, andito na po tayo ulit dito sa ating Buhay Online programa. Ito po si Jay Bautista, of course, your host for today. Maraming salamat for those people who come to join me for the show. And ang subject matter po natin this week is about employment in the Philippines or employment anywhere in this pandemic situation, right? So, yesterday I started to talk about, kasi pinag-usapan na natin yung mga forecast, pinag-usapan na natin kung ano yung mga sabi ng mga experts, kung how they foresee employment in the Philippines and actually all over the world. Sinabi natin na yung work from home premise na nangyayari ngayon, the analysts are saying that maybe this will continue on even after the pandemic. And I think, yes, I think some companies are going to retain this kind of work operational procedures. Maybe mixture, no? Ng some work from home, some work in the office, or shifting. Kasi nga sa Amerika, like I said, matagal na namin yan ginagawa din sa Amerika. More than 10, 15 years na people are working from home. Because ano yan may psychological implication yan para sa psyche na nagtatrabaho. Parang noon, kaming allowed na parang tawag doon mental leave or psychological leave. You can actually ask for one day to work at home, even at least one day a month to work from home. Tsaka kasi ginawa na rin yan ng Amerika para rin sa ma-alleviate yung traffic situation Yeah, kasi some people actually were given 4 days a week to work, like Monday to Thursday. Tapos on Friday to Sunday ang off nila, di ba? Mas mabuti. 12-hour work days, pero 4 days lang a week. Tama, okay rin yun For me, that worked fine for me kasi maganda yun kasi nagkakaroon ka ng isang one day a week na weekday to be able to do official things like go to the embassy or go to the doctor, right? Or anything. Tapos, nakaka-alleviate pa sa traffic kasi nga ang daming kotse like sa LA, no? Traffic din minsan or sa New York or anywhere. Sa Pilipinas, I think that's gonna work fine too. Parang yan yung mga coding color coding sa pagtatrabaho. Dapat yun talaga para yung yung mga sasakyan sa daan, bawas-bawas din. Dahil iba-iba yung schedule ng pagpunta sa office. Some days, mas easy ang traffic. Like yun, pag Monday to Thursday lang ang work o kaya Tuesday to Saturday. So, magandang rin yun, way na yung mga na pwede kang mag-work from home, right? As I think so. So we talked about nga, the fact that nowadays yung mga trabaho mostly online, right? Yan ang mga trabaho in this pandemic. Pero we were saying na, 'di ba? Merong survey sinabi that online jobs are on the rise, of course. At saka, pero sinabi nila sinabi na kahapon na yung study na ginawa yung sa Business Mirror article na pinag-usapan ko na there will be more hiring in the months to come or to the year because as the economy stabilizes or the working ethics or working procedures stabilized at nasasanay na sa gantong from work from home, lalo na yung mga call centers. Sabi nila, yung breakdown nga, corporations will keep hiring. The breakdown is that, 35% are looking to increase their number of employees this year and the years to come, and 45% are planning to maintain the status quo that they had this year. Even 33% of industrial and manufacturing companies in the Philippines expect headcount to increase by 15% on average this year. I can imagine why. Kasi nga, syempre, increased productivity. Kailangan i-replenish yung mga kulang at nawala nitong past year, right? Yung sa production na lang. Kasi nga, yung pagsa-stock ng mga goods and sa mga commodities sa groceries na lang dahil yung mga suppliers na naapektuhan ng pandemic, tumigil ng operations yung mga ibang suppliers. So now they have to hire them back or hire more para mag-increase yung productivity, right? I can understand why, okay? So obviously, adjusting to current conditions, the sector with the highest hiring activity pa rin will be e-commerce, which is yung mga stores that are online, okay, and and also that offer goods and services. This is followed by financial services, healthcare, tech and telecoms, and fast-moving consumer goods. Yun na nga talaga. Tsaka yung pagkain, right? Yung mga deliveries. Ano pa rin yan this year? And magpatuloy pa rin yan magiging prevalent itong panahon na to. And I think the years to come, because we don't really know how long this is going to last, okay? So we were talking about, and then of course, freelancers, okay? As opposed to the horrible jobs, like having regular jobs in the offices na nag-transition na to do for work from home. Sana nga magkaroon ng benepisyo na rin yung mga freelancers na kahit na hindi sila tied into one company lang, the mere fact that they're putting in those hours, sana magkaroon na rin kami ng some sort of compensation. Kasi I'm a freelancer, right? I've been a freelancer for more than almost 20 years, right? And of course, I have my own company, which is a consultancy firm, Media Whiteboard, which is a creative marketing company. We do training programs and English mastery. We do PR and we do marketing communications. I do digital and social media marketing. I write content. I have a slew of writers and online teachers too in our wings sa aking company. We have contractual employees dito sa Media Whiteboard. And that's what we do. I have what do you call this? A roster of freelancers also. Pero yun nga, yung pag-freelance, sabi ko sa inyo, hindi yan madali because you have to find your own clients, of course. Of course, an easier way to do it is to belong. Sinabi ko kahapon, how do you get your first client or your job? That is the hurdle there. Unang-una, di ba, sinabi ko, you have to build your online profile because nowadays talaga, being online is in, okay? You have to establish an online presence, especially kung freelancer ka, or you want to work from home and continue your business, okay, or offer your expertise, you have to have your online profile, okay, because that gets the attention of the clients, all right? So that's what you have to do, right? And then you have to create an interesting website or social media profile. You have to have catchy taglines or catchy killer pitches that will want the clients to hire you. So, syempre, it helps kung copywriter ka or writer ka, pero kung hindi mo yan kaya gawin, of course, pagawa mo sa iba. Ayan. Nowadays talaga kasi this pandemic, interdependence talaga. Marami diyang freelance writers, maraming freelance copywriters, graphic artists, magtulong-tulungan, get their services to help you build your profile, your nice website, your nice Facebook page, right? Tapos, dapat then, of course, you have to improve your working conditions. As in, yung work area mo, workspace mo, yung gamit mo na computer, okay? You have to scout around, get the best buys that you can get regarding computers, and pati yung make your workplace and working tools ergonomic. Ergonomic meaning yung hindi ka mahihirapan magtrabaho for your health. Hindi ka magkaroon ng carpal tunnel syndrome kasi mali yung ano mo, yung keyboard mo, hindi nakataas yung kamay mo, o yung silya mo, kagaya itong gamit ko, hindi naman siya ergonomic. Kasi nga, bibili pa ako ng silya, yung anak ko, ang kanyang workstation, ang ganda-ganda, yun ang pinagkagastusan niya yun. But, what is ergonomics? Nagtanong dito. Ergonomics is the applied science of equipment design as for the workplace, intended to maximize productivity by reducing operator fatigue and discomfort, also called biotechnology, human engineering, human factors, okay? This is this has to do with the design of the desk, your keyboard, or your workplace. It is an applied science of equipment design para yung mga silya mo o yung computer mo, yung laptop mo, yung kung meron kang handrest, para wag ka mapagod at para wag ka nga magkaroon ng carpal tunnel syndrome or scoliosis mo maging grabe dahil mali yung silya mo. This is what ergonomics mean. Okay? Ergonomics. ERGONOMICS. Okay? So, dapat ergonomic yung mga workplace mo. At saka pati yung working tools. Alright? So, going back to what I was talking about, okay? You have to have of course, you have to pinpoint what type of work from home job you're going to do, right? Decide mo sa sarili mo, no? If this is the one for you, you've decided your workplace is your home. Okay, so make it ergonomic. Una, get the right tools to work with. Of course, a laptop. You have to have fast internet or internet na. Lalo na kung ang trabaho mo is virtual jobs or that entail you to deal with international people. Dapat talaga mabilis ang internet mo, tsaka reliable. Okay? So, magpili ng provider na mahusay. Yan. Tapos invest in a good computer, right? Whether it's a laptop or a desktop. Tapos you have to have the right mindset to want to thrive in this pandemic and be successful working from home, right? Okay? So, okay, I already said, sinabi ko kahapon, there are 3 ways to work from home, di ba? Nandun na tayo sa what are the pros and cons of working remotely. That's what we were saying yesterday. Repaso lang. Ang sinabi ko, pros and cons of working remotely. Number 1, pro, you have to say goodbye to commuting, right? Hindi ka na kailangan mamasahe. So, makakasave mo na rin yung perang ginagastos mo para pamasahe. So, sinabi ko na yan kahapon. Save on money. Okay? Tapos, you get to have more sleep or you can actually fix your schedule, arrange your sleeping conditions. Kung dati call center ka, ganun pa rin yung hours mo, pero ikaw, you can have more time to rest, diba? Because you're working from home. Tapos, syempre, supposedly, you'll have perfect attendance kasi paano ka mag-absent, dyan din yung trabaho mo. Not unless nga you feel sick, that you cannot allot the time or you cannot work. Okay? Pag incapacitated ka, syempre, hindi ka na perfect attendance. More than anything, you have a flexible schedule. Yan ang pros, okay? Tsaka yun na nga, you can work anywhere you want. You can actually set up your workplace anywhere in your house kung saan mo gustong conducive. And if it's a mobile work, like, teaching online, as long as you can find a quiet place, your work is also portable. Pag naka-laptop ka, yun na nga, you can make presentations, you can teach, you can conduct classes anywhere you want, however you want, as long as there's internet. Diba? Yun na yun eh. Most home-based jobs only require an internet connection for actual work and communication. So, you can actually virtually set up your workspace anywhere as long as you're online nga. As long as may internet, may Wi-Fi. Okay? Alright. Yun pa, sinabi ko, of course, now you have more time for yourself and your loved ones. Okay? Filipinos love being around family kasi. Having an online or telecommuting job means you're getting back the hours that you used to spend daily on traveling. Yung ilang oras ka nasa daan bago ka makauwi. 3 oras, 2 oras. Now, those precious hours you can spend at home leisurely, having dinner with your family. Nakaka-lunch ka na with your family pag weekends, right? So you know, working from home will give you more time for yourself and for your loved ones. Okay? At sabi nga nila, you get more productive. Hindi ba? Totoo. Yung iba sinabi nila, ay naku, pang work from home ka, natatamad-tamarin ka. Ako baliktad eh. On the contrary. I get more workaholic. I get more productive because alam ko na, pag naka-on kasi yung wifi ko, 24 hours eh. Alam ko na, imbis matulog na nga ako kaagad minsan, ako may gagawin pa ako. Kasi alam ko kaya kong ipindutin yung button, mag-online na naman ako at magtrabaho. And plus kasi nga, 24/7 yung mind ko, nagpa-crunch thinking of things to do and what to, because I'm like that. OC ako sa pag-work and keeping busy. I don't like being idle. I'd rather be busy than be bored. That's my mantra. But of course, that's not for everyone, okay? But, so yeah, you can be more productive when you are working from home. Okay? Nakakapag-broadcast ba ako? Kasi parang wala akong nakikita. Hold on a second, ha? Can you hear me? Can anybody hear me? But anyway, am I online? I think I am. Anyway, so, going back to that, okay? Yun pa, when you work from home or you do telework, you are your own boss, right? Like me. I'm the boss of me. And of course, the potential to earn more money. Yep, again, I say that I actually have more work now than before the pandemic, right? Before the pandemic, I already ended some of my consultancies and I lost two big projects during the pandemic. Pero yun na nga, napalitan naman ng mas marami and more possibilities because of this pandemic. Because I'm online now almost 24/7. Because most of the things that I do are virtual. I can conduct training. I can make speeches. I can talk in forums. I can write as long as there's internet, right? I can do my PR work. I can have press conferences, attend press conferences, or attend conferences virtually, right? Because of technology. And the amount of money that I earn depends upon how much work I can handle, right? And this is because I am my own boss, right? Being your own boss means you get to set your own terms, right? You decide how you want to work, how much you want to get paid, set the number of hours, decide where you want to work, who you want to work with, di ba? Yun nun. Sarili mo talaga, buntot mo, hila mo. Tama ba yung pag-adapt ko nung saying na yun sa sinasabi ko? Buntot mo, hila mo. Well, I'm responsible for my own self and my own decisions, in other words, right? Being your own boss means there's no limit in terms of earning capacity. Yun na nga. You can leverage your time and effort in projects that will give maximum profit, syempre. Okay? Okay? Yun talaga. Yun ang ini-enjoy ko. And I've been working freelance for more than 15 years. Really, ever since I got back from America to live here in the Philippines. More than 15 years na, 2017. Actually, 20 years na, right? But I've been working freelance as a freelancer, right? And have my own business, okay? So, ano pa ang na-enjoy natin for working from home is diversity, okay? Diversity meaning you get to experience a wider range of diversity by working with other ethnicities or other nationalities in remote work. Kasi nga, yun na nga, yung ang oyster mo, the world, right? Ang network mo, global. Hindi ka na lang naghahanap ng trabaho or nakikipagtrabaho or working with locals or Philippines. Like me, my clients are international, right? Because as long as there's internet and connectivity talaga, you can conduct this kind of work, you know. And this holds true for those specialists like or graphic artists, right? IT guys, right? Or social media managers. You can work with other nationalities as well. Hindi lang Philippines ang kliyente mo. Kasi nga, pwede mo na lahat gawin yan virtually. Yung trabaho, yung finished work, pwede mong i-email, i-dropbox, right? At the same time, kung kailangan physical na delivery, yan nga, ipa-courier mo, ipa-drone mo. Yeah, right? you can actually send it overseas too. So especially when you're working with foreign clients, you may get exposed to varying degrees of mindsets, lifestyle, cultures, and behaviors, which could widen your outlook in life. Di ba, makakatulong to sa'yo to understand different cultures because you'll be able to work with different nationalities, different behaviors, different culture. And this will deepen your global understanding of people, di ba? That I think, and that in itself is a plus. Okay, one good thing about working from home and doing work that's online, right? Tapos ano pa, it access a global pool of employers. Yeah, yan ang sinasabi ko. Compared to local employment, of course, you are not limited by the distance from your home as long as you have the technology with you. Exactly, right? Exactly what I just said. Na as long as there's internet, you can be connected to the world, right? Your network can span across oceans, across countries, okay? And your feasibility or your productivity is enhanced, diba? At the same time, yung effectiveness mo or feasibility mo as para sa potential employers or clients lalaki dahil pwede kang ma-hire abroad na hindi ka na kaya kailangan umalis sa Pilipinas. Pwede kang mag-work for these foreigners. When your work ends, you could find another client. The moment you land on the homepage job feed, this can somehow add to your job security, okay? So as long as you have the technology, good internet, okay, a good computer to work with, you'll be okay, right? Some may argue that remote work has no security of tenure. Well, but I would say, like I said, I've been doing this for more than 15 years yung pag-freelance. And most of the things that I did online also, right? Even the way that was able to get clients was because of dealing with them, corresponding with them through email and through Skype, talking to my foreign clients that way. So, walang security as far as, for example, kasi nga, freelancer ka, wala kang benefits, wala kang insurance. Pero yun na nga, pag malaki na yung kinikita mo, ikaw na yung bibili ng insurance mo, right? Ikaw na yung bibili nun. Kaya ka nga nagtatrabaho, right? So you can afford to do that. And yun na nga, sometimes you get clients that are like for a long time. I had clients that were my clients for like 10 years or so. Okay? My PR clients, my consultancies lasted like more than 10 years yung iba. And some of course said bye-bye na kasi wala na yung negosyo na yun or wala na yung tao na yun sa ganung field. But see, there could be security depending on what kind of job you're doing and what projects, right? But I would say that there are clients as well, diba, that offer an employee type of hiring. Totoo, because I've had consultancies na meron akong allowance or sweldo monthly. Tapos ang kontrata is kunyari 2 years, 5 years, 3 years. You can actually find such clients with the entitlements of paid leaves, vacations, and benefits. You could also use that remote work experience as part of your resume, actually. When you apply to local companies in the future, if you decide to be a regular employee or the normal kind of employee with a 9 to 5 job, or even updating your LinkedIn profile. Talaga naman consultancies or freelance work that lasted for a long time then for the people, that really counts a lot in your resume. Like me, like I was the logistics manager and executive assistant of Rufa Gutierrez for what 17 years, and with that family I was also their production manager or for their show, for their online show. It Takes Guts to be a Gutierrez for ilang episodes yun, I think ilang season, I think 3 seasons. So those things you put in your resume because it was work that you did ably for people. 17 years, 3 years, 5 years. That is a feather in your cap. Okay. So you could use that remote work experience as part of your resume when you want to get like a regular job or go back to that workforce. I would further I would further comment that the common notion security of tenure is only applicable to government or local jobs, but that's not true because no one is really certain about the future, especially like pandemics, natural disaster. What matters, of course, ang mas importante is handa tayo when that happens, okay? Ang importante is preparation tsaka yung response mo sa situation. Ayun pa, pag nag-work from home ka, ano pa ang benefit? You avoid office politics, right? Lagi naman yung nangyayari sa any workplace. Laging may politicking, laging may intriga, you know, especially sa Pilipinas. Yun na nga, since I've been freelancing talaga, of course, your relationship with people matter, right? But when at least you don't have to go to the office every day, then you don't have to deal with them and their stories and their, di ba? Noon nga, iniisip ko talaga, dapat pag nagtatrabaho ka, mindset mo, trabaho lang. Pero hindi mo naman maalis maging personal because you build relationships with coworkers. Like even when I was living in the States, right? Pero iba ang culture, iba yung mga Amerikano sa Filipinos. That's why even before, sorry to say I was very happy to work in the environment na panay Amerikano yung kasama ko as opposed to Filipinos. Kasi doon sa Amerika, for some reason talaga, the Filipinos, we are so weird because we assimilate. Unlike other cultures like the Koreans, the Japanese, the Chinese, when they have communities, they have Chinatown, they have Koreatown, they have Vietnamese town, they tend to stick together. Ang Filipinos, ang weird. They assimilate, they become Americans instead of keeping their di ba? Nagiging Amerikano sila. Tapos hindi pa yun, pagka meron kang katrabaho na Filipinos, chismisan, tatanungin kung may papel ka or whatever, you know. But that's really very, very sad. Pero having lived 15 years in America, I adjusted to the life there. But at the same time, of course, I was proud to be a Filipino and hired as a Filipino worker when I was there. But kasi masipag naman ang Pinoy, okay? In all honesty, right? So yun na nga, in my many years of working freelancing, I have never experienced the so-called office politics phenomenon dun sa mga consultancies. Pero kasi, you just have to actually know how to distance yourself and separate personal from work. Work is work, okay? You are hired or fired based on your outputs, your performance, and project availability. Kung ikaw ay kung ikaw yung gaya ng tao na gusto mong mag-avoid these kinds of things, yung mga office politicking, I think freelancing or working from home is good for you, right? Kasi when you're doing work from home, you have no one to compete with but yourself. Talaga. Which is ako, ganyan ako talaga. I set high standards for myself. I run myself rugged, working my butt off. Pardon me. I compete against myself. I'm hard on me. So I take responsibility for my actions. So para walang sisihan, di ba? Wala kang masisisi, di ba? Like I said, yun na nga, ano yan eh, if you want things done right, do it yourself. Yan ang aking isa pang mantra. Alright? So those are the pros of working from home for me. Okay, now let's go to the setbacks or the disadvantages or the cons of working from home. Ayan, ito, yung mga iba na mahilig talaga ng social approval or needing to belong or kailangan, hindi sila mabubuhay ng walang kachika. Alright? Cons is lack of social interaction. Well, this is ano naman, naialala ko tuloy yung online schooling. Ito yung importante kasi sa mga bata na mag-interact sa mga kaklase nila. In that manner, that is a con. Pero we'll talk about online education in the next topic. Okay? Now let's go back to employment and working. Lack of social interaction. Kasi nga, you're away from your colleagues, it's difficult to interact with them naturally. Pero ngayon, hindi na yan problema nga dahil Zoom or Messenger, WhatsApp, Viber, you can actually talk to your friends, right? On the phone. Nung araw, FaceTime. Ngayon, sobrang daming platforms na pwede kayong mag-usap na makikita mo yung mukha ng friend mo. Hindi lang texting. Sure, you have chat and other team messaging platforms. Yeah, but you're still missing out, syempre. Yung usual face-to-face banter, yung nakikita mo talaga in the flesh yung expression ng kaibigan mo or ka-opisina mo, yung smile niya, nakikita mo in person. Meron din yung psychological effect, okay? And that's what a lot of people miss from working from home. Diba? Kaya nga pag nag-isap yung ECQ lahat labas, magkita tayo, coffee tayo, blah, 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 right away because, you know, it doesn't really work masyado yung beer parties online or parties online na nag-share kayo ng pagkain kasi hindi nyo talaga na-share in person. Hindi mo man maaabot at kukunin yung hotdog ng katabi mo sa virtual di ba? Or tikman yung ulam nung ka-office mate mo. So yun ang dyan, lack of social interaction. What else? There are a lot of distractions at home. Totoo ka. Because yun na nga, habang nagsho-show ka, yan, may dumadaan-daan. Or habang nagtuturo ako, yung anak ko, bababa. Or, and some work environments talaga, bawal yung may ibang tao dun sa room. Or bawal yung makikipag-usap ka sa ibang tao. Or yung mga noise for that matter. And there are a lot of distractions. Wrong, wrong vowel sound. There are a lot of distractions at home. Yeah, or especially dito nga, nandito na ako sa probinsya, yun, yung taho naririnig mo, o yung titinda ng gulay, kakatok sa'yo, dahil dito open tong aming environment dito. And not only that, yung actual distractions that you can get from looking at your computer, right? Marami kang tabs na bukas kasi nga marami kang ginagawa. Naka-Facebook ka habang nag-show ka or meron kang Facebook habang nagle-lesson ka or habang nagtatrabaho ka, nakikinig ka ng music, nasa Spotify ka, or nanonood ka ng Netflix, ng YouTube, nag-online gaming ka, or nagso-social media. And those are the distractions from working from home. Time sucks that can consume your whole day if you're not mindful or disciplined. Talaga. It's all a matter of time management and disciplining yourself, right? For most remote workers, this is perhaps the biggest hurdle. Ito ang pinakamalaking setback para sa kanila Yung Facebook ka ng Facebook, di ba? Or, yun nga, even yung mga nag-aalaga ng mga tatanda, di ba? Minsan, or nag-aalaga ng bata. Minsan, nalingat ka kasi wala. Nakipag-chat ka doon sa mga kabatchmate mo, yung anak mo, gumapang na doon palabas or whatever, or yung niluluto mo, nasunog na. Or if nagtatrabaho ka, in between, kasi marami kang tabs na open, check ko lang talaga. Talaga pagtingin mo, Diyos ko, nag-umpisa na pala yung meeting mo or before you know it, yung palang deadline mo nag-pass na kasi you spent so much time chatting there in social media. So, family members can also have a negative effect on your output if they do not cooperate with you regarding your work setup and not respectful of your schedule. Yun nga, syempre, na-infringe mo rin yung sarili mo sa pamilya mo kasi nga nagtatrabaho ka sa bahay. I know some people, right? Yung husband niya nasa ibang kwarto, ikaw nasa ibang kwarto, yun, to respect each other's workspace. Pero yun na nga, when you have kids, especially little kids, toddlers, istorbo talaga sila ng trabaho, makaka-disrupt sila ng work mo. Wala kang magagawa dahil nasa bahay mo, kasama mo sa bahay ang mga yan. That's why, all across the country, all around the world, happy yung mga magulang pag nasa school yung anak nila. So actually, they can actually do other things. Even housewives now have been taking part-time jobs online because they can, apportion their time. Yun na nga, nasa eskwelang asawa, ang anak, yung ibang mga asawa nag-work pa rin sa actual offices. Now, this housewife has more time for herself and also more time to do other things that are productive, right? Pero yun, maraming distractions talaga. Ano pa? Your output highly depends on your time management. Yun na nga, kakasabi ko lang, right? If you're a slacker o tamad ka talaga, working remotely might not be a good idea. Kasi yun nga yung sinasabi, nagiging tamad ka pag work from home or study at home. It all boils down to kung ano kang klaseng tao, kung ano klase kang trabahador, what kind of worker you are, what kind of student you are. It's your work ethics, your study ethics that matters. If you're really tamad, ako, working from home, at ano ka pa, freelancer, wala kang makukuha talaga. Yung kikitain mo talaga, maliit lang kasi yun lang ang amount of time na inaalat mo sa pagtatrabaho. You'd rather do Facebook, you'd rather chit-chat, right? You'd rather watch YouTube videos or Netflix kesa magtrabaho. You'll only expose yourself to procrastination since you have more freedom to do stuff you want to do. If you don't develop and follow a strict time schedule or work schedule, yung productivity mo talaga magsasuffer for sure. Kaya it's all about time management and discipline, right? Ito pa, ano pa ang, yun na nga, ano pa ang isang setback ng pag-work from home? Depende ka sa technology. Depende ka rin sa, yun na nga, sa Meralco. Depende ka sa provider mo, PLDT. Pag yun nawala, wala kang trabaho for the day, di ba? Hindi ka makakaturo, hindi ka makaka-drawing, hindi ka makaka-seminar, hindi ka makakapag-attend ng classes pag nawalang ilaw, pag nawalang Wi-Fi, right? A remote job depends on the internet, of course. And all devices that allow you to work away from the office, diba, are hooked to the internet, right? If you have connection or device issues, it can severely damage your output. Obviously so. Yun na nga, which is actually, ang panahon natin ngayon, nagiging dependent na tayo talaga sa technology. Because, as I have said in previous episodes or previous topics, technology plays such a big role in our lives nowadays. And lalo na itong pandemic. Kung hindi dahil sa technology, marami na nabaliw talaga sa pag-stay at home and you know, and keeping safe at home and working from home. We become dependent on technology. I think this is inevitable because technology is the wave of the future, and it's actually the wave of what we are going through now. Where we are striving is the world of the internet, right? The internet is the one facilitating our lives nowadays. Okay? Pero yun na nga, huwag tayong maging dependent dyan. Dapat alam pa rin natin bumalik sa grassroots just in case walang ilaw, walang internet, paano tayo makakatrabaho, paano tayo magiging productive, right? Ang gas, yun yan, pagluluto, at least, na-address nun. Pag walang ilaw, walang wifi, pwede ka pa rin magluto kahit na uling, right? So those things, we have to have backup plans, okay? Ano pa ang con? Security and data risks. Totoo yan. Now more than ever, ako kasi 24 hours ako naka-online and talaga I've been subjected to all sorts of hacking, all my techie life and being online. Like I said, my bank accounts have been compromised over and over again sa BDO, ilang beses na yan. It became so bad that I cannot have an ATM. Because nagpalit ako ng bangko just to try kung BDO lang yung problema. Oh my God! First day pa lang ng pag-activate ng aking debit card do sa bangko na yon na pinuntahan ko. The next day, I already had debits on that account coming from Steam games, from Galena. Basta, mga gaming, or even Spotify, or ay Diyos ko, agad-agad nang mayroong charges. So pinakat ko na naman yung ATM na yun na hindi na pwede siyang mag-online buying or anything. Nakakaloka talaga. Debit card ko yung na-compromise. Hindi naman siya credit card. Yung credit card, hindi pera yung kinukuha. Credit. Ito yung cash ko was nababawasan. Grabe nga. Parang siguro nakatimbre na. I don't know if it's my IP address or whatever. Because in the bank, when you apply, hindi naman IP address ang nilalagay mo sa application form. It's just my name and my TIN number or whatever, but no matter what bank I go to, nahahack pa rin ako. So yan, security and data risks. Since you're always connected to the internet, there's always that chance of security breach. Tsaka yun na nga yung data identity theft. If you're working on confidential company data, there's a higher chance that these types of risks occurring versus working in the office. Pero because of technology, they're working their way around this now eh. Yung pag nakalan ka sa opisina mo, yung security protocols, diba? Inaayos na ngayon para maprotektahan pa rin yung data ng company mo, even if you're working remotely. I think it's already existing now. May mga ganyan na ngayong ways, okay? To protect your data. Kaya nga yung iba hindi ina-allow work from home kasi especially kung gobyerno sila, ayaw nilang ma-breach yung security, right? Okay, and along the line of security is the fact that there's less job security pag work from home. As work can be inconsistent, particularly for freelancers like me, and projects, contracts under this type of work setup typically don't have benefits. Sinabi ko na nga yun. Pero yun na nga, kung kumikita ka naman ng mabuti-buti, ikaw na bumili ng benefits mo, ikaw na bumili ng insurance mo. Oh? So kayo na nga, pag malaki na kinikita mo, pwede mo na rin bili ng insurance yung anak mo, pamilya mo. Okay? Okay, so what do we need? Okay, what do we actually need to set up a work from home environment? Okay, so we just finished discussing the pros and cons of working from home. Now we go to what you need. Okay, what we will need to set up a work from home, to have a work from home setup. Diba? Oh, interesado tayo dyan malaman, right? Hello, whoever's watching me, I do not see your names dahil tong aking, I don't know if it's my laptop's problem or Facebook, but I only see your names after my broadcast. But whoever's watching, thank you for joining me this morning. I'm still talking about employment, okay, in this pandemic, specifically work from home, okay? So now, usapan natin, how do you set up your work from home pardon me please, ha? Ay, sorry. Okay. What do we need to set up our work from home environment? First, we will need, of course, a computer. Right? A computer. Okay, gusto niyo makita? Okay. Excuse me. Pardon me. Sige, excuse me. I will post the listahan, okay? Pardon me, ano ba yan? My throat is itchy. This is not COVID. Thank you, Lord. It is just from talking too much, which is my work, and there's nothing I can do about that. Speaking is what is my thing, right? Which is what I'm doing for you guys right now. And hindi lang yan. After my broadcast, I still speak all day because I teach, right? And I give talks. That's why, okay. Okay, here. Hold on. Let me just bring it up. Anong kinakailangan? Para sa work from home setup. Alright. Ang dali lang. Pasensya na. Saan na ba yun? There you go. Okay, there. Alright. What you need, of course, is a computer, right? Nakita niyo ba to? A full desktop or laptop computer with specs that match your workload comfortably, alright? For example, if you're a content writer like me, you can get away with an entry-level computer. But if you're a video editor, an animator, or the like, you'll need a pretty powerful computer. Yun nga kasi. And I also kasi do videos and stuff, right? In my talks, in my broadcasting. So, I needed, actually, ang gamit kong computer is the same gaming computer that my son has, right? Okay? But if you don't need naman such a powerful computer, in my humble opinion, don't get anything that has less than 44 gigabytes of RAM. Okay? So, yan ang importante. Ang kailangan, right? What else? We need a fairly fast and stable internet connection. Like sinabi ko na talaga, importante sa lahat. Ang fast and stable internet connection. Especially nga, yan, if you do broadcasting, if you do Zoom, if you do streaming, you really need fast internet connection. And yun na nga, when you're dealing with international people, when you're working with international, global ang trabaho mo, kailangan mo talaga ng pretty stable, fast internet connection. Most should get by with stable 8 Mbps minimum connection. It doesn't hurt having a blazing fast connection though. Kasi like ako, 100 Mbps yung speed. Okay? A dedicated space at home for working is ideal. Siyempre, right? A dedicated workspace, like pinag-usapan natin kanina. A dedicated workspace that's ergonomic. Okay? Para yung health nyo hindi mag-suffer. Hindi mabali ang likod nyo, hindi sumakit ang likod nyo. Ako, yung pa ako, because of sitting all day. Separation between work and home life is crucial in keeping productivity up and ensuring your surroundings are optimized for work. Pero yun na nga para magkaroon ka ng semblance na kunyari nasa office ka, gawin mong ganun yung setup mo. Kasi ang hirap mag-work-home balance when you're working from home. Kasi nga, you live, work, and eat where you work, right? So, ayusin mo na lang yung work environment mo, yung workplace mo para kunyari mag-simulate ng office. Para ma-feel mo yung work-home balance, right? Sabi nga nila kasi, while working in bed or sofa sounds great, okay, sofa, try to have your own private space for work where you can focus on the job completely and without any distractions. Yun nga talaga kasi, yung iba, ganun yung pag-aaral. Pahiga-higa ka magtrabaho, hindi talaga. Gawin mong itsurang office para mas conducive sa pagtatrabaho at huwag magtamad-tamad, right? Okay, there you go. All right, so going back to our topic, yun, those things, right, that we need to do, okay? A computer, a fairly fast internet, and a dedicated workspace and area to work in, okay? Ayun pa, isa pa, of course, you have to have the proper headset for jobs that require calls, right? If you're teaching, or if you work in a call center, invest in a good headset with noise cancellation. Get something that has a noise cancellation feature if you'll be constantly talking on the phone, right? Okay? So yun ang aking mga tip. And I had just talked to you about the pros and cons of working from home. So, ripaso natin, okay? The pros. Mga plus ng working from home, right? Okay? Yung sister ko tumatawag sa Viber. Nakalimutan niya na gantong oras ako ay nagbo-broadcast. Okay? But anyway, we have, repaso lang, okay? We have talked about 3 ways of working from home. Paanong ways to work from home? Is a remote setup with your company, di ba? Pag ikaw ay nilipat ng kumpanya mo to work from home, like yung mga call center, yan ang number 2 is kung ikaw ay full-time freelance employee, wherein yung bahay mo ang opisina mo, yan ang isa pang. And number 3, if you're a part-time freelance employee, when you do things on the side while doing your regular job. So those are the 3 ways to work from home, okay? Tapos, the pros and cons of working remotely. Ang pros, you say goodbye to commute, number 1. You save on money, okay? You get to get more sleep, and you get to have a perfect attendance, okay? You have a flexible schedule, tsaka pwede ka magtrabaho kahit saan mo gusto sa area ng bahay mo or any place that's quiet kung ikaw ay nagtuturo, right? Tapos pa, you have ang pros pa, you have more time for yourself tsaka sa mga mahal mo sa buhay. Tsaka mas nagiging productive ka, mas nagiging creative ka pag nag-work ka from home. Diba? Nagiging more flexible ka, nagiging mas multitasker ka. Totoo, kasi ako, yan ang nafe-feel ko eh. Tapos ikaw, you are your own boss pag you work from home. Diba? At sa akin, importante yan. Boss mo yung sarili mo. And of course, diversity. Tapos, and then you have an access to the world and it's full of employers. And you avoid all the intriga in the office work. Okay? In office situation. Ano naman yung mga cons or disadvantages? Lack of social interaction, that you know, nami-miss mo yung mga kaibigan mo, pero like I said ngayon, you do it muna, baby steps. Pag inalaw ng lumabas, you can meet somewhere, pero in a socially distanced place pa rin. Pwede na kayo mag-meet nowadays, right? Pero be careful pa rin. There are a lot of distractions at home. Nasa sa atin na yan kung paano natin i-manage ang time. You have your output highly depends on your time management. Tapos, and then being dependent on technology is of course a disadvantages. The security and data risks, pinag-usapan natin when you are working offline, online and remotely. And of course, less job security. Yan ang sinabi natin. But, you see, the advantages far outweigh the disadvantages from working at home. I think there's really more good than harm working from home rate. If not mostly, actually, all good. Right? Kasi yung less job security, yung less interaction socially, being dependent on technology, lahat yan pwedeng gawa ng paraan. Lalo na yung distractions. Nasa sayo yan. Nasa sa attitude mo towards work, diba? Or kung ano yung mindset mo, kung anong goal mo, kung bakit ka nag-work from home, para nga kumita ka at mabuhay yung pamilya mo, yun lang yun talaga. It's a matter of adjusting. It's a matter of mindset. Okay? Tapos yun, what did we say? Anong kailangan nyo para mag-work from home? Umpisa? A computer. Okay? You need a computer, a reliable computer. Fairly fast and stable internet connection. And of course, you need a dedicated workspace at home that you can fix to simulate a real professional work environment, right? Saka yun, invest in a in a noise cancelling headset. So thank you so much. Maraming salamat sa mga nakatutok today. Thank you, Mr. Selbaisa, for tuning in. Maraming salamat. So those are the things that we talked about today regarding employment in this pandemic. Okay, more of that tomorrow. We will be discussing pa, yun na nga, patuloy yung mga jobs na pwede nating gawin, no? Dito sa pandemya to online, all right? We will go back to that. Una munang niyong gawin is to register to job portals like Upwork and JobStreet, Flex Jobs para sa mga freelancers. So thank you so much for joining me today. And of course, hello to my Bautista family, my siblings in Manila, who I miss so much. And of course, my brother in Australia and America, I miss them so much too. Hello to the Laca family here in Pampanga. To my husband, Jenny, who's cooking up a storm in our kitchen. Ng aming personal namin, cook. Na malapit nang magsimula ang kanyang food business. We're just trying to stabilize tong pandemic situation. But my gosh, dapat yung matikman ang pagluluto ng aking asawa na napakasarap. But anyway, thank you so much for joining me, and hello to my son Tiani, who is studying online. And to the Laca family, hello to you guys. Thank you for your support. So magkita-kita tayo ulit bukas, same time, same place, all right? Sa Buhay Online with Jay Bautista. Of course, we are on YouTube. We have a YouTube channel, Broadstreamcast Communicators, where you can view our past episodes. Thank you so much and have a good day. And please always have faith, hope, and love in your heart to prevail And that will really help us thrive in this pandemic. Thank you so much. Thank you. Kita tayo ulit bukas. Okay? Have a nice day, everyone. At ang tabayanan niyo yung susunod, Double J, Ratsada with Double J. Thank you so much.
Inyong natunghayan at napakinggan ang mga makabagong pamamaraan sa mundo ng online sa pamamagitan pa rin ng Broad Streamcast Communicators. Hanggang sa muli, maraming salamat po.